I'm not gonna lie, it's the only thing right now that, apart from Loki, of course, which has me very intrigued. And I think that this teaser right here for Spider-Man No Way Home, um, it got me very excited. So I'm not gonna play the sound or the theme that plays here, but it's basically the Michael Giacchino theme that he made for Spider-Man. But um, the the key thing here is when the teaser plays and at the end it glitches. So
Yeah, the glitch.
this is very similar to something that Spider-Verse has. There's also one more teaser that I think Sony Pictures Argentina or something like that, some place posted that, and it has a different kind of glitch and a different language, which I just saw while preparing for this show. I didn't even see this. So this glitch is a little different, and I think this one is more in line with Spider-Verse. Um, so this basically confirms to me that definitely it's going to be a multiverse film, and Andrew and Toby might be involved. Um, what did you guys think?
The Argentina
Uh,
glitch, actually, I think it may be a reach. I'm not really sure. When it glitches, the entire title is in blood red color, the Daredevil color. So another could be an Easter egg, could be not. I'm not really sure, but that it's very giving that there's Daredevil in this movie as well. So that's one thing I noticed, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there were reports about someone reported that Charlie Cox was spotted on set, and
Mhm.
I'm not sure if that's something that would happen. It would be cool if that happens, but I don't think Feige would add the Netflix Marvel characters into the MCU. I think it's. I don't think that it's impossible, but I think it's less likely than Toby and Garfield showing up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Chan?
you know when I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Homecoming, I thought it wasn't the best thing ever, but I did enjoy it somewhat. And Far From Home, I might be in the minority here, but I just thought it was terrible. Like I didn't like it. I think Sean likes it, but
I do
I
enjoy
just I can't stand the movie. But I don't know how they're doing it, but I'm like very excited for No Way Home. And this teaser, like this marketing is great. Like this whole suspense of waiting for it because they know what they're
Yeah.
doing. I mean, this whole thing, they know what they're doing, and it's just I just really want to see how this multiverse stuff really plays into it, because when you watch Far From Home and you end it, I personally didn't like the whole like Mysterio reveals Peter's secret identity thing, but having that in the mix for No Way Home, having the multiverse supposedly in the mix, having like we just mentioned, like Charlie Cox possibly coming back, all this stuff, it's just really getting me hyped. I don't know what else to say. As a person who's loved Spider-Man, I would like Spider-Man was my introduction to comics. So seeing like my old heroes like Toby come back and Andrew come back, it's something really to be excited for. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, and this is a continuation from WandaVision. This is like a three-part story. It goes from
That's a good
WandaVision,
point.
Spider-Man 3 to Doctor Strange 2. And I don't know if you can replay the video again, but it kind of seemed like the hex shape there as well in some of the writing. And the glitching as well is a big part of WandaVision too, in some of the adverts that was in that show, and just the way how they brought us from inside the television to the actual WandaVision kind of household and stuff like that from when you were watching it in black and white. So yeah, it's definitely a continuation, and it's pretty cool. I think the marketing for this is going to be awesome when they do finally reveal Toby and Andrew to be in it. That's going to be that's that's what's going to make it $1 billion straight away. Like it's just going to be ridiculous
Yeah.
the hype to see these two come back. So like maybe it depends how the pandemic's going and stuff, but this was like this could be an insane numbers at the box office because of who's in it. You have all the villains coming back as well. William Dafoe. You have Doc Ock. It's ridiculous. It's a stacked film, but can it be good? Can it be good? That's the question. But yeah, I think this. I think this one will be more produced by Kevin Feige. I think you can look after this one a little bit more because of what's at stake. I'm sure the director will have a lot to say, but Kevin Feige, I think this is probably definitely a Kevin
Yeah.
Feige.
Yeah.
At least, I think he's going to take command of this one because
Yeah.
if you get this wrong like this, you're going to piss off a lot of fans.
Yeah. One thing I am gonna say that I'm concerned about No Way Home is really it's the runtime, and I really hope because when you have so much stuff going on, I have no problem. Personally, I have no problem with the amount of story arcs they're trying to do. You have Peter's secret identity being revealed, the whole Mysterio thing, him being framed as a murderer. Then you have supposedly the multiverse stuff going on, and then the Sinister Six stuff, which also has been reported. I really hope this is a longer movie. I really hope they don't make this like a 2 hour, 20-minute movie. Like, I feel like that all this stuff, it needs some time to, like, you need to establish it for proper time. And this might be unrealistic, but I would love to see this movie be 3 hours long, something like Endgame. I would love that for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think 3 hours is
Yeah,
on the table for Feige.
Yeah, I don't think it's yeah. I would love for it to
Yeah.
happen though. We need the
Yeah,
Snyder cut for No Way Home.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of characters in it, a lot of stories to tell, and do that in 2 hours is it's going to be very
It'd be
hard.
hard. Yeah.
But Civil War was a crossover, and that was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I think maybe something similar like that. We could definitely get something around that range. I don't think it's going to be 3 hours,
Yeah.
but maybe. But I think the best we could hope for is maybe 2 hours 20 or 2 hours 30. I think that's probably the most that they'll
Yeah.
go. But yeah, there's a lot to introduce. You have to introduce Toby, Andrew. You kind of have to get over the hype part of them coming back. Well, and all the villains coming. Yeah, there's a lot to tell, and the director has to tell his story.
Right. And look, we already have the confirmed news that Willem Dafoe is going to be joining. Alfred Molina is
Yeah.
joining, and also Jamie Foxx is joining. So these are confirmed already.
Is Willem Dafoe confirmed
Yes,
already?
I think so.
Oh, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he is. So
Okay.
There's rumors that he's the main
Yeah.
villain.
Okay. I did not know that he was confirmed. That's crazy.
what's that, Shruti?
Rhino and Sandman. I'm saying apart from those three, the Rhino is also confirmed. I think from
Oh, yeah.
Rhino
You're right.
and
Right. So these people are confirmed, right? And obviously they're doing the glitch thing. So multiverse, I think, is all but confirmed at this point. There's still no hint of Toby or Garfield in the official capacity, but I saw that Garfield denying clip, and he was 100% lying. He was
Yeah.
literally just yeah.
You have their stuntmen.
what they denied him.
Yeah, it was so obvious. Like, it's funny because they have to do that. It's especially with Marvel because Feige likes to keep it super secretive and stuff. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
good that they're denying and not revealing it. There's no set pictures.
Or just do what Tyrese Gibson said and said, yeah, it's all in the MCU.
No. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But one question I have for you guys is, do you think when the first trailer or teaser trailer or whatever is going to drop, do you think at the end, after the Spider-Man No Way Home title, at the end, they always have a clip? Do you think there
Yeah.
or somewhere in the trailer, do you think we'll get the first look at both of them?
I feel it might be a little tease, not a complete reveal. So just to keep it a little secret, but also, I don't think it's going to be a massive reveal. So
So you're saying basically like
Probably-
Wolverine's claws or something like that?
yeah, just their
Suit.
symbol or something like
Yeah.
that.
I can see that. But for me, it's like if I was in charge of the marketing, a lot of fans are totally expecting them to be in there, right? and your first trailer is your first impression of this movie so far. There's no teaser trailer either. So I don't know if they can keep that, save that for the movie or save that for other trailers, because I think everyone is anticipating seeing them, and it probably would be a missed opportunity to make a first impression. And you know how the Civil War trailer was. Spider-Man just showed up in the trailer,
Yeah.
and the internet lost it. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing you can do with first impressions. You'd never get a second chance at that. So I don't know if they can keep it, secretive, but I would love to personally, because I like the teases and hints and stuff. But in today's marketing, they usually show all the trailers, and you have to also remember this trailer is being made by Sony, not Marvel, and Sony infamously shows
Notorious.
they show a lot of the scenes from the last part of the movie. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that we will get the three of them kind of landing or something like that in the suits.
Oh,
You know,
that would be
because
awesome.
we don't know that. Like, I'm just saying it because I think it's going to happen. Toby and Andrew will show up, but there's no set photos leaked. There's no articles from any of the big trades saying that they're in it. So nobody knows officially that they're in the movie. So for the first time for that to be announced in the trailer would be internet
Yeah.
breaking. So I think that's when it's going to happen.
I honestly think, like, this is me trying to be in my marketing mode, but I do feel like they will, like you said, Najeed. I feel like they're gonna have to show in some type of capacity Toby and Andrew. I mean, it's not like, because if you don't put Toby and Andrew in the trailer, this is like I think Alfred Molina said this in the Variety article. This is the worst kept secret in Hollywood. Everyone knows that Toby and Andrew are in the movie, but it's not confirmed
Yeah.
yet. So I think what they're gonna do is they're not gonna show complete. They're not just gonna show Toby and Andrew like, oh, here's Toby Maguire, here's Andrew Garfield, booms, 3 Spider-Man. I think they're just gonna they're gonna play it a little bit. Like they're gonna 3 web shooters at the end. Like instead of one, like Tom looks to the side and there's like a portal that opens, like a Doctor Strange, whatever, the circle thing, and you just see 2 web shooters come out, or you see the faint like the little like the Toby's iconic spider logo or something like that. I feel like they're gonna play
How
with
about
it.
the
I feel like they're
Iron
not just
Man and Spider-Man swinging type scene?
that. I would completely lose it if I saw all of them swing like that. I think I'd lose it.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know if, like, one part of me completely agrees with both of you. I would love if it's just a tease and not show their faces outright. And I think that would have a better momentum for the other trailers, because once you show them, there's nothing else to do, right? Nobody
Yeah.
cares about the story of the movie. We do care, but you know what I mean. It's mainly the main
Yeah.
focus is having them back. So most people want to see that.
Yeah. Or they could do something more direct where it's like Tom looks to the side and there's like two people that are like in their Spider-Man pose on the crouched down, and he's like, what the fuck, and all you see is like their shadows of their shoulders. That would also break the internet. People would be like brightening that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, or even just show a certain location that you can think of for Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Andrew's Spider-Man, or a certain piece of something that they used to have in their old movies or something like that.
Something about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, I just wanted to bring this up, is we all read the Alfred Molina article, I hope, and we all know he said that they're de-aging him back to what he looked like back in 2004 for Spider-Man 2. And this has just been on my mind the whole time, and it's that if they're de-aging him, are they also going to be de-aging Toby, or are they just gonna bring the present day Toby?
Do we need to de-age Toby though? He looks kind of the same.
It's funny.
It looks the same.
Funny that
he kind of looks the same.
It looks the same. Yeah. It's funny how they would go to Alfred Molina. We're going to de-age you, but Toby, William, You're fine. That's so insulting towards
Yeah.
Alfred Molina. He got older.
Are making him to be 95 or 98 years old, so maybe that's
Yeah,
Yeah. I just
exactly.
wonder when they're gonna bring the Spider-Man back. Because like I feel like you have to do it after 3. I mean, in my mind, that's like you're gonna have to bring back Toby's after 3 because they're bringing in Sandman as well. So it brings a lot of things to question. Like, how do they get brought in? Because Doc Ock, I think, is self-explanatory. He gets blown up in the I forgot what he used it, but the huge energy explosion. So he probably gets sucked in.
Yeah.
Multiverse shenanigans gets dropped right back in. Electro, I believe the same thing in TASM 2.
Yes.
The energy surge, he gets blown up, gets sucked back in, and I think the lizard as well, if I'm not mistaken, on top of Oscorp. I
and
think
if
I might
that
be mistaken on
and
that.
I think what happened, like I'm sure everyone's watched today's episode. So what happened in the end that also explains how they're all gonna merge into the main timeline.
Yeah, probably.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very intriguing. Can't believe I'm talking about MCU Spider-Man like this.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm totally
Um,
with you on the previous two movies. Well, not totally, because I don't think that Far From Home is trash, but I do think that it's not as epic as it should have been.
No, I agree with you on that. I don't think it's trash. I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
enjoy it, but it's not. It's just not. It doesn't have that
Yeah.
It just feels like a Marvel movie, if that makes
Far
any
From Home.
sense. Far From Home.
I
Oh.
loved
I think
Mysterio
I
though.
think it,
Like everything
I
with
did.
Mysterio and the visual effects and the whole third act was amazing. But overall, I think Homecoming is a better movie because that
Yeah.
was more of a personal story and it had more of a Spider-Man feel, than the second one. But this third one looks to be like in the top tier Spider-Man movies already.
hopefully, because if they do what they did to Evan Peters, Quicksilver, with Tobey Maguire and Andrew, you're gonna have a lot of people pissed off.
I mean, they will. I don't think they will
I
do
think
that.
there would be riots on the street. There would be riots on the streets.
There would.
There would be riots on the street.
I would be so mad.
Everyone's gonna go for the super snakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing, and we are so close. Like we are only 6 months away from this film, and
Very sharp.
thinking about that, I think we'll only get a first teaser trailer first, instead of a first official trailer, because we're still 6 months away from release, right? So this far out, there's really no need to actually put out a trailer. But everyone is super pumped for it, and they have to release something. Especially with Black Widow coming out
Yeah.
soon, they could probably attach the trailer to that.
The thing is, though, like there's 3 Marvel films that have to come before Spider-Man 3
Yeah.
comes. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and there's Eternals. So you don't want to overshadow those movies by marketing Spider-Man 3 now.
I mean, I think that if you actually put out a trailer for this, I think people will actually be hyped for those movies as well. Not for Black Widow because
So you're saying
she's
you're saying do what Jurassic World is doing with Fast and Furious right now?
yeah. I mean, they're
Yeah.
all promoting this going back to theaters and all that, right? So in efforts in tandem with that, I think it's a good thing. But I'm just being selfish and I want it now.
Well, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I really hope it is soon because I think me personally, I kind of don't like. I feel like a lot of studios are doing it. I understand why, but the trailers are just coming out really close to release now. It's not like before. You would get like, for example, Batman v Superman. We got a trailer in I think it was around May 2015, and then we get the movie in March 2016. Like I like that you get this whole marketing cycle, this hype cycle, and I really hope after everything goes back to normal and I'm pretty sure after like a movie becomes a box office success to the studios, it's gonna start happening again. But I just really hope studios don't get too comfortable and start, releasing like Warner Brothers. They release trailers 2 months before the movie
Yeah.
comes out. I really hope
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
I
Like
think a
that's
lot
a
of that.
good trend.
I think a lot of that as well is because it was on a streaming service like HBO Max, so the marketing wasn't as
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
Because for Godzilla King of Monsters, they released the trailer like was it a year and a half before the movie came out, or a year, and
yeah,
the momentum and the hype was gone by the time the film came out, and I didn't make
yeah,
as much money as I probably should have. So I think that's why the trailers are so close to the release of the movie
Yeah.
nowadays. Like I remember when John Wick was coming out, the first trailer for that came out 3 weeks before the movie came out.
yeah.
And now John Wick is this massive kind of franchise. So I think it depends on the projects. Some movies you need to market in advance. Like if it's a Star Wars movie, you market that, you put out a trailer, get people hype and stuff. But yeah, I think it's different now, especially post or middle of pandemic. It's just different.
Yeah, and it's also, I think, has to do with the marketing budget, because the farther they delay the release of the first trailer, they can save up on the in between marketing stuff. So once the first trailer comes out, you have to
Yeah,
do some posters and some promotion on social media or TV ads or something like that, right? So I think to save up on that as well,
yeah.
you need to have something closer. But it also depends on blockbusters versus small movies, I think.
The marketing is very fan driven now. It used to just be a trailer. Now it's there's a code you have to crack for a certain movie, or
Yeah,
it seems it's more fan engaging. Like even the Snyder Cut stuff, the
Yeah.
premiere, it just seems more like they're not spending huge money on marketing. They're spending money on interacting with the fans, which I think is better.